This is my kids' school week. Sats, mud run, sponsorship money due Friday, no Crocs. If I miss one of these, someone's missing PE and someone's going in the wrong shoes. I made this version of it in ChatGPT Image Gen 2 in about 4 or 5 minutes. And I want to show you all 3 of these that I actually used at home, and the one place that this tool will burn you if you fully trust it and don't check what you've done first. Morning checklists, superhero infographics, week in review, school calendar, live demos coming now. Let's go. Now, I don't know what it's like at your house, but the mornings can be an absolute pain getting the kids up, ready, them knowing what they need to do and actually doing it. One thing I found has really helped is creating a nice simple morning checklist for them to work through, and what was even better was being able to customize it to their exact personal tastes. Just creates just that deeper engagement and actual willingness to follow the checklist. Nice and simple with ChatGPT Image 2, so we'll come in here. So nice and simple, create me a morning checklist for a 7-year-old boy. Formula 1 themed, favourite team is McLaren, and there's what the list should comprise of. Add more, create an image, and away we go. And here we are back with the McLaren morning checklist. It's listed all 5 things I've asked it to include there. Now, one caveat here I have found is that if you start to add too many things, it can start to get a little bit janky in terms of what it does. But that is absolutely banging. I love that. And I would have given up halfway through just trying to get the graphics on here with Canva and trying to make it work properly. So this is awesome. Tailor it to whatever your kid is into and whatever tasks you need them to do. Have them design it with you. Anything that helps them engage with it more will inevitably lead them to use it every day. That's morning checklists. Something practical and useful. Next, something a little bit more fun. Okay, so first and foremost for this one, I'm going to need a photo of a child to use for it. Not going to use one of my own, so I'm just going to ask ChatGPT to create one for me, and I will use that generated child as the example here.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
All right, there we go. Fantastic. Thank you very much, ChatGPT. So I'm going to paste the child's reference in here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this prompt, and I will put this prompt down in the description. It's a little bit lengthy, but it just helps capture the essence of what we're trying to do. And basically what we want to do here is we're taking a photo of the example child here, but you upload one of your own to use. And we're going to have ChatGPT Image 2 create, first of all, it's going to turn them into a superhero, and it's going to create an infographic poster. You can tweak this prompt to your heart's content as to exactly what you want it to do. I kept this particular prompt relatively vague and generic. It can get a bit picky sometimes if you start to include copyrighted materials like specific superheroes, for example, from either be it Disney Universe or DC Universe. There's a generic one. This will work perfectly to illustrate exactly what it can do.
12 seconds later.
And there we go. There is our finished infographic, superhero infographic featuring our made up AI generated kid. And it's super cool. And again, you can tailor the prompt to whatever resonates with your child, sit with your child and work it through with them as well. Have them input into it as a bit of fun. That's super cool. I love that. So if you do this with your kids, I'd love to see what crazy outputs you guys get. Tag me in them over on Instagram or X, and I'd love to see them. It'd be super cool. Now, this last one is going to be a bit more challenging because I'm going to ask ChatGPT to do 3 things for me. I'm going to ask it to search a website. I'm going to give it. I'm going to ask it to search my emails. And then I'm going to ask it to create an image that sorts all of that information that it's just gathered in a theme that I've asked for. So what I'm going to do here, first of all, is ask it to find me a random English primary school website that I'm going to use for this example. And today it's given us St Mark's C.V. in Lambeth. Perfect. And then I'm going to make sure that Gmail's connected, make sure the web search is on, and I'm going to give it a prompt down here. So I'm going to ask it to pull from my emails, pull from this school website, and obviously you'd put your own school's website in. I'm just changing this so I can show you guys comfortably. Let's make it Minecraft theme. That's another massive thing with my kids at the moment. I've just put this bit on the bottom here. You don't need to do that, but obviously because I'm recording this and showing you guys, I'm going to change names and places to protect the innocent, as it were. But you guys would literally just need these first 2 lines. And again, I'll put the prompt down in the description for you so you can run it yourselves. So far so good. So we can see it's checked the website I've given it, and it's checked my email as well. So here we go. One thing I did forget to do was select image creation, so it hasn't created me the image, but I'm just going to ask it to do it now, and we'll just pretend that didn't happen, right? That's just between you and me.
Nothing to see here. Please disperse. Nothing to see here.
And here is our Minecraft themed calendar for this week's school activities. Verified. They are all correct. Mud run cancelled at the end of the week, ironically, because it's going to be too wet and muddy. A couple of things here. This is awesome and this is brilliant. It didn't use the image generation tool, however. When it tried to do that, it completely hallucinated all of the events. And whilst it looked pretty cool, if I go back here and scoot up and show you. So looks really cool, looks amazing. 90% of the entries for each day there are completely wrong, and the dates are also completely wrong as well. Monday was the 11th. So you'd have to be a bit more prescriptive in your prompt if you want to use the image generation tool. So do the research bit first and then incorporate the results of the research into the image prompt if you want to do it that way. If you just want to do it with that one-shot prompt like I showed you, then it will default to basically writing a bit of code to then render it to you. Now, again, even with that though, this was the second iteration of that. The first iteration was this, which didn't look particularly good. And also you've got text kind of crashing over each other. You've got text running out the side, some of the columns here as well. So I did have to send off a second prompt just asking it to tidy some of this up, make sure the text didn't overlay, and just to improve the visuals a little bit, which is how we ended up with this. Once you've done it once or twice and you've refined your prompt, it does become one shot, and it does become something that you can just do super easily. You can schedule it as well to run on a Sunday night. So on a Monday morning, you get up, you've got this ready to go, print off and stick on the fridge. So awesome, solves real world problems, but not without its limitations and some of its challenges as we've gone through there. So there we go. So there's 3 examples and 3 ways how you can use ChatGPT's image generation 2 tool around the house to help every day. Now, where it works is, as we've seen, speed, customization. You can customize it to your heart's content, your child's engagement. They can be involved in designing these as well for you. And it's relatively low stakes, right? You're sticking a prompt in, it's taking a few minutes. If it doesn't work, you've not lost a whole day as if you'd spent 2 hours on Canva doing it. But where you have to be careful, watch out for the hallucinations, dates, times. It will sometimes get a bit cranky if you try and have it generate copyrighted material like specific named existing like superheroes or anything else like that. So the golden rule here when you're doing it is always to trust the visual, verify the data. All 3 prompts that I've used today will be down in the description below, and I'll be including something else fun that you can do with your kids with image generation 2 in the newsletter this week. Sign up is in the description below, or you can hit the QR code that is on the screen now. Right, this is the home version. If you want my work version of this, I'm using Image Gen for project documentation, mock-up, sprint visuals. That's coming in a couple of weeks' time in the Parent IT Manager episode version of this to show you what you can do with ChatGPT Image Generation 2 to help you at work as well as in home. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss that. While you're here as well, hit that like button and drop a comment down below. I would love to hear what you're doing with the ChatGPT and Image Generation tool. And let me know if you're using any other tools as well that you think do this kind of stuff better. I would love to see, and I would love to give it a go. Thanks for watching. Stay peachy.